Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us as we bring you the latest on a developing situation in the Atlantic. Today is October 10th, 2025, and we're closely tracking Tropical Storm Jerry as it churns through the Atlantic Ocean, gathering strength and attention from meteorologists around the world. Jerry is moving steadily across warm waters, which can fuel its growth and could approach land soon. Residents in the Caribbean should stay alert and monitor updates, as conditions can change rapidly with storms like this. This storm is a powerful reminder to always be prepared during hurricane season, even as we move later into the year. Having supplies ready and a plan in place can make all the difference. Jerry began as a tropical wave off the coast of Africa, traveling thousands of miles before quickly organizing into a well-defined tropical storm. Its rapid development highlights just how dynamic the Atlantic hurricane season can be. Our focus now is on where Jerry is headed, how strong it might get, and which communities could be impacted in the coming days. The storm is the main story in the tropics, posing an immediate threat to land and drawing concern from emergency officials and residents alike. Using advanced satellites, hurricane hunter aircraft, and sophisticated computer models, we're working to build the most accurate forecast possible, tracking every shift in Jerry's path and intensity. Meteorologists worldwide are collaborating, sharing data and expertise to decode Jerry's unpredictable movements and potential for strengthening. Its proximity to the Caribbean islands has us on high alert, as even a slight change in direction could bring severe weather to populated areas. Every update matters. Now is the time to secure your home, check your emergency kits, have a plan, and listen closely to local officials for instructions. Over the next few days, we'll be tracking Jerry's journey across the Atlantic, providing you with the latest information and guidance to help you stay safe. Stay tuned for the latest advisories and updates as the situation develops, and be ready to act if warnings are issued for your area. Your safety is our top priority, and emergency teams are already preparing to respond if needed. Remember, storms like Jerry can change quickly. Preparation is key, and staying informed is your best defense. Let's dive into the latest details on Jerry's current position, projected path, and what you can expect in the hours ahead. Here's where Jerry stands right now. The latest updates from meteorologists and satellite data give us a clear picture of the storm's current status and what it means for those in its path. The storm is about 140 miles east-southeast of the Northern Leeward Islands, near 17.5 north and 61.1 west. This puts Jerry uncomfortably close to several populated islands, and its approach is being watched closely by local authorities and residents alike. It's on a direct course toward these islands, so preparations should be finished quickly. People are urged to secure loose objects, stock up on essentials, and finalize their emergency plans before conditions deteriorate. Jerry is moving west-northwest at 18 miles per hour, a fast pace for a tropical system. This rapid movement means there's less time to prepare, and impacts could arrive sooner than many expect. Maximum sustained winds are 65 miles per hour, just below hurricane strength. These winds are powerful enough to cause significant damage, especially to weaker structures and coastal areas. These winds can cause damage well beyond the storm's core, so don't focus only on the center. Flying debris, downed trees, and power outages are all possible even far from where the eye passes. Tropical storm force winds extend outward, threatening a wide area. Even communities not directly in Jerry's path could feel the effects, so everyone in the region should stay alert. The minimum central pressure is 1,006 millibars, a sign of a strong storm. Lower pressure typically means a more intense system, and Jerry's pressure is being monitored for any further drops. A lower pressure could mean further strengthening, so we're watching closely. If Jerry's pressure drops further, it could reach hurricane status before landfall. The storm's speed means impacts will arrive soon, but it may also move through quickly, limiting rainfall totals. However, heavy downpours and flash flooding are still possible in some areas. To recap, Jerry is 140 miles from the Leeward Islands, with 65-mile-per-hour winds, moving west-northwest at 18 miles per hour. These numbers highlight the urgency of the situation and the need for continued vigilance. These numbers are the foundation of our forecast and will change with each new advisory. Meteorologists are constantly analyzing new data to provide the most accurate updates possible. We use this data to issue watches and warnings and help you understand the risks. Staying informed is the best way to protect yourself and your loved ones. Stay alert for updates as Jerry approaches. Check trusted sources frequently and don't ignore official advisories or evacuation orders if they are issued. Next, let's break down how we predict Jerry's path using spaghetti models. These models help us visualize the possible tracks the storm could take in the coming days. Understanding these models is key to knowing what might happen next. They show a range of scenarios, helping forecasters and the public prepare for different possibilities. Let's take a closer look at the latest data and see what the models are telling us about Jerry's future. You've probably heard us mention spaghetti models, those dozens of squiggly lines on a map, each representing a possible path for Jerry. These lines might look confusing at first, but they're actually a powerful tool for meteorologists and anyone tracking storms. Each line is a forecast from a different computer model, using the latest atmospheric data to predict where the storm might travel. These models are run by meteorological agencies around the world, and each one uses slightly different methods and data to make its predictions. The models differ because they weigh factors like high-pressure ridges, low-pressure troughs, wind patterns, and even sea surface temperatures differently. This is why you'll see the lines sometimes spread out or cluster together. When the lines are tightly clustered, it means the models mostly agree, so we have high confidence in the forecast. But when the lines spread out, it signals more uncertainty, and the storm's path becomes harder to predict. Our job is to analyze all these models, look for trends, and then create an official forecast cone that shows the most likely path the storm could take. Remember, the storm can go anywhere inside the cone, not just along the center line. The cone is designed to show the area where the center of the storm is most likely to travel, but impacts can be felt well outside of it. For Jerry, the models are in good agreement for the next day or two, showing a track near the Northern Leeward Islands. This gives us more confidence in the short-term forecast. Beyond that, the models start to diverge, reflecting growing uncertainty. That's why we constantly update the forecast as new data and model runs come in, sometimes several times a day. The spaghetti models help us visualize the range of possibilities and prepare for different scenarios, even if we can't predict the exact path. Now let's talk about where Jerry could go next, and what that might mean for those in its potential path. The official forecast takes Jerry west-northwest, bringing it very close to the Northern Leeward Islands later today. Islands like Anguilla, St. Martin, and the British Virgin Islands are directly in its path. Time is short to prepare. After passing the Leewards, Jerry is expected to move north of Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, but the exact path depends on a high-pressure ridge over the Atlantic. If the ridge weakens, Jerry could turn north sooner. If it holds, the storm may head closer to the Bahamas. Some models keep Jerry out in the Atlantic, while others bring it nearer to land. The forecast cone shows the range of possibilities. Don't focus on a single point. Anyone in the Bahamas or along the southeast U.S. coast should monitor Jerry closely. We'll keep refining the forecast as new data comes in, including from Hurricane Hunter aircraft. Stay tuned for updates as Jerry's path becomes clearer. The big question: will Jerry strengthen or weaken? Right now, Jerry is over warm waters, but moderate wind shear is limiting its growth. Wind shear disrupts the storm's circulation, making it harder to intensify. If the shear decreases, Jerry could become a hurricane, but most models show the shear staying steady or increasing. As Jerry passes over the northern leewards, it may weaken slightly due to land interaction, but should remain a strong tropical storm. Residents should prepare for strong winds, heavy rain, and rough seas, regardless of whether Jerry becomes a hurricane. Looking ahead, if Jerry encounters more wind shear or cooler waters, it should weaken further. We'll watch satellite imagery for signs of strengthening or weakening. For now, expect Jerry to remain a dangerous tropical storm as it moves through the islands. Let's shift to other storms we're tracking. While Jerry is our main focus, it's not the only system out there. In the eastern Pacific, tropical storm Raymond is south of Mexico, moving westward and not threatening land. We're also tracking the remnants of post-tropical cyclone Octave, which can still influence weather patterns. Back in the Atlantic, there's Invest 96L, a disorganized cluster of storms with only a low chance of development. October is typically active for tropical storms, so we monitor every disturbance no matter how small the chance. Our team keeps a global watch to ensure no threat goes unnoticed. From Jerry to Raymond to Invest 96L, we're tracking them all. The multi-storm environment is typical for this time of year. Stay alert. Hurricane season isn't over yet. Now, let's focus on what Jerry could mean for the Leeward Islands. Here's what to expect. The Northern Leeward Islands are in Jerry's immediate path. Dangerous weather is expected. Strong winds of 40 to 60 miles per hour, with higher gusts, could cause power outages and damage to roofs and trees. Secure all loose outdoor objects now. Heavy rain may lead to flash flooding and mudslides, especially in low-lying or mountainous areas. Never drive or walk through flooded roads. Move to higher ground if needed. Hazardous marine conditions are likely, with large waves, rough surf, and possible storm surge causing coastal flooding and erosion. Boaters and swimmers should stay out of the water until conditions improve. Tropical storm warnings are in effect. This means dangerous conditions are expected within 12 to 24 hours. Don't wait. Finish preparations and follow local emergency instructions. Your safety depends on acting now. Next, let's talk about why staying informed is so important. In a fast-changing storm situation, information is your best defense. Forecasts evolve as new data comes in, so always check reliable sources like the Weather Channel or the National Hurricane Center. Don't focus only on the center line of the forecast cone. Impacts can occur anywhere within it. Avoid rumors and verify information with official sources. Local emergency officials provide the most accurate, up-to-date guidance for your area. Have multiple ways to receive alerts: weather radio, mobile notifications, and trusted news sources. Power outages are common, so have a backup plan for staying informed. The more you know, the better you can prepare. Knowledge is power, and it keeps you and your family safe. Now, here's what to watch for next as Jerry moves forward. As Jerry nears the Leeward Islands, we'll monitor real-time impacts and adjust forecasts as needed. The next 24 to 48 hours are critical for tracking any changes in Jerry's path. Hurricane Hunter flights and new model data will help us see if Jerry turns north or heads closer to the Bahamas. Any shift in the forecast cone is significant, so stay tuned for updates. We'll also watch for changes in Jerry's intensity. Will wind shear keep it in check, or will it strengthen? Meanwhile, we're still tracking Invest 96L and Raymond. Hurricane season isn't over. For now, all eyes are on Jerry. Stay with us for continuous updates and listen to local officials. Be prepared, stay safe, and keep informed. We'll be here around the clock with the latest information.